Yo, what up, everybody? You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green. In today's video, we're just chopping it up with subscribers. July is here, last month before NFL football is officially back. So we're going to take questions from subscribers on the latest Giants news or rumors. If your question did not get answered, change it. And the way you could do that is by subscribing to the channel. Go down right now, hit that big red sub button, and let's just get it rolling already. Sub for Giants Dubs, as we are almost to the NFL preseason. Mike G, my man, with a $20 super chat. We appreciate you, Brody. Darren Waller, 2023 stat line. What are your thoughts? I'm going, can I get 70 catches, right around 1,000 yards, maybe 75 catches, 950 yards? I need 6 or 7 touchdowns from Waller this year. 6 or 7 touchdowns. I'm assuming he's going to miss a game or two due to injury, and that's okay. As long as Darren Waller plays 14 games out of 17 this year, I'll be happy. I need more than 6 touchdowns. I need more than 850 yards. And I need more than 65 catches. That's what I need from Darren Waller this year. Mike, appreciate you, brother. Gilly says, do you expect us to have a greater focus on the deep ball considering all our new pieces? What do you expect? Who do you expect to excel? So I'll answer the first part. Do you expect us to have a greater focus? I believe that Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka want to push the ball down the field. And why do I think that? Because both teams that they came from push the ball downfield. But even further, the acquisitions the Giants have made. Paris Campbell, one of the fastest receivers in the NFL. They drafted Jalen Hyatt, who was the best downfield receiver coming out of college football. And they added Darren Waller, who is one of the most explosive tight ends in the NFL. But the ability to push the ball all downfield starts with up front, starts with your protection and the offensive line. If Daniel Jones can't drop back and hit his back foot and survey, and throw, he's not going to be able to throw the ball downfield. So that comes back to Evan Neal on the right side, the rookie John Michael Schmitz. How's the left guard spot going to hold up with Bredesen or potentially Joshua Ezeudu? Will Mark Lewinsky take a step? If the offensive line doesn't protect Jones, we're going to have to get the ball out quick. But if he has some times, let's let Danny drop back and let's let him dime over the field. I do think they want to throw the ball downfield. And who do I expect to excel the most? I think Darius Slayton will be our number one deep threat this year. I want to say Jalen Hyatt. I just don't know if the rookie is going to be ready yet or given the most reps early on in his rookie year. IWC says, what do Giants do if no Saquon deal gets done? Nothing. He plays on the franchise tag, and then you reassess after the season. Yeah, I don't think you trade him. I think you roll with him. He plays on the $10 million franchise tag, and that's it. I don't think there is much else to do. I guess you could rescind the franchise tag if you don't want to pay $10 million and go sign a Dalvin Cook or an Ezekiel Elliott, but I don't think that's going to happen. As Drake Mays it go says, if the Giants can't get a long-term deal done with Barkley, could they trade him to the Bills? Yeah, they could. I don't think they would, though. I think they'd want, of the parties involved, the Giants are not going to be mad if Saquon Barkley plays on the tag. They gave him the tag for a reason. The only person that's going to be upset about the franchise tag is Saquon Barkley. Could they trade him? Yeah. I mean, we've heard for a long time that the Bills could be a trade partner for the New York Giants if it comes to a trade for Barkley. But even at this point, I would need the only way I'd trade Barkley is if I got a first-round pick. And no team is going to offer you a first-round pick for Barkley. Go be our running back, be the MVP of this offense yet again, and lead us back on the ground to the playoffs. That's what you do if you can't get a long-term deal done. I'll ask you, though, this question. I would say no. I would need a first-round pick. Would you trade Barkley for a second-round pick? Let's say the Bills called Joe Schoen and said, yo, we'll give you a second-round pick for Saquon Barkley. Would you do it? Would you trade number 26, the former second overall pick, in the face of this franchise for a second-round pick? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Let me know what you think. Lil Greg 03 says, do you honestly think Saquon will sign before the 17th? I do. I do think a long-term deal gets done before the 17th. If you don't know, the franchise tag extension deadline for a long-term contract is July 17th. And the reason I think that is because I know the Giants want Saquon Barkley to be a member of this organization for his entire career. And I know Saquon Barkley wants to be a Giant for the duration of their career. And when you have two parties that want the same thing, Party A is going to have to give up a little bit more than they want to, and Party B is going to have to give up a little bit more than they want to. So if I had to bet, I would say yes, I think a long-term deal gets done. YCXME says, I think Eric Gray will be amazing. What do you think? The more I watch film, the more I talk to people, the more that research I do on Eric Gray, I do think he's going to be a good back in the National Football League. Will he ever be a number one back that's getting 1,000+ yards per year? Not impossible, right? But I just don't know if that's it. But could he be an electric number two? I do think that. His in-between the tackle running style, I think, is going to translate to the National Football League. He's got that one-cut dead leg where he can make people miss. He's hard to tackle. He's got a strong lower body. He's kind of built like Saquon Barkley, especially in the legs and the quads. Doesn't have the top-end speed you want your number one back to get. He's a good receiving threat out of the backfield, but, man, he really excels at making that first guy miss and finishing his runs with strong power. I think Gray is going to be a good back in this league for a long time. Also, I want to say thank you to everybody for helping us get to 29,000 subs on the channel. We are one of the biggest Giants-exclusive YouTube channels out there, and we are getting closer and closer to 30,000 subs. If you love the Giants and you want to help the kid with a widow's peak get to 30,000 subs and get videos every single day on Big Blue, hit that sub button right now. My man Bryce, what up, Bryce? So whatever happened to the hard hat rating system for these jokers who are hating on my boys? We still have the hard hat. That's our rumor scale. You know what? Maybe we need to bring it back, Bryce. Maybe we need to bring back the rumors scale with the hard hats. I was really a big fan of that. So maybe we bring it back. How about next week? Next week on the live show, we'll bring it back. Good. Thank you for being a real one, Bryce. Only the real ones know about that. Jesus Diaz says, should we sign Myles Jack? I wouldn't mind signing Myles Jack. I think the Giants could use another veteran inside linebacker on this team. Their big move at that inside linebacker position was Bobby Okereke, coming over from the Indianapolis Colts in NFL free agency. The Giants, they had a free agency visit. I wanted to get the wording on that right, with Deion Jones. So obviously they think they can improve at that spot. The Deion Jones thing's never really materialized into anything. He's still a free agent out there. I think if they did sign a linebacker, it probably would be Deion Jones. Maybe they bring back Jalen Smith or Landon Collins. But I wouldn't mind Myles Jack at all. He's one of my favorite players coming back out of college. Dude that played linebacker and running back out in Cali. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind Myles Jack. Good player. Wonder what the price point would be. Giants aren't trying to spend a whole lot of money on another linebacker, though I know that for a fact. We got more questions coming up from subscribers just around the corner. We got an awesome deal for all the real ones. This deal continues to stay alive. Maybe it's because you guys aren't taking advantage of it. Maybe you don't want a Giants hat and a Giants t-shirt for less than $24. But if you do, go to chatsports.com/Giants hat combo. Click that link down in the comments and description. Giants hat, Giants t-shirt, less than $25. Let's go. Mike says, where do you think Darren Waller ranks in the top 10 tight ends? I think Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the NFL. I'm going Mark Andrews, number 2. I'm going to go George Kittle, number 3. And then is it Darren Waller? Like, I know you can't really say that over the last 2 years because of injuries, but I don't think it's out of pocket to say that Darren Waller is the 4th best tight end in the NFL. I think Andrews is elite. You know, he didn't play with the most healthy quarterbacks last year, but I believe he is extremely talented. I think he's one of the best hands catchers and route runners and blockers in the NFL at that tight end position. George Kittle is still really, really good. And Travis Kelce is the GOAT. So, yeah, I would go 4th. I think after this year, Darren Waller will be once again a top 5 tight end in the NFL. That's my take. NFL Fan Zone says rate every offensive starter for the New York Giants. All right, let me pull up their depth chart real quick. Pull up that depth chart. Are we talking like on a Madden scale? Is that what he's talking about? We'll go Madden scale. Let's do that. So let's start with the offensive line. Right tackle, Evan Neal. I'm going to give him a 74. 74 after his rookie year. He's got really good potential, so I think that could go up. Right guard, Mark Lewinsky. I'm going to give him a 77. Not good, not great, but average. John Michael Schmitz, I'll give him a 73 as a rookie. I think he's a better player than that, but you got to earn it. Like, you can't come in with a super high rating as a rookie. Left guard, Ben Bredesen, I'll give him a 71, 72. Left tackle, Andrew Thomas, I'm giving him a 95. I believe he's one of the best tackles in the National Football League. QB, Daniel Jones, 83. Can I give him an 83? That may be a little high to some people, but I think that's solid. I think that's fair. Running back Saquon Barkley, I'm giving him a 95. I think he's one of the best running backs in the NFL. Isaiah Hodgins, I'll give him a 78, 79. Good receiver, can still prove some more. Darius Slayton, I'll give him about the same, 78, 79. Paris Campbell, probably a 76, 77, still with some room to prove. Sterling Shepard, I'll give him an 80, but the injury rating is a little bit concerning. Wan'Dale Robinson, probably a 75. Jalen Hyatt, probably a 73 with a 98 speed. Darren Waller, I'm giving him an 89. 89 for Darren Waller. Daniel Bellinger, I'll give him a 78. And I think that's it. Did I miss any positions? Bryce Ford-Wheaton, I'll give him a 67 with a 99 potential. How about that for Bryce Ford-Wheaton? Go prove something for me. I hope I wasn't too biased on those ratings. I think those were fair. But let me know. Let me know what you guys would rate the Giants starter. So what about this one? 8.5 wins for the Giants this season. That's what the line was in Vegas? What do you think? Type O for over. Type U for under. As always, I just want to say thank you guys, and I appreciate you for always hanging out with us here on the channel. I know everyone's got super busy lives, and they got all their own personal stuff they got to deal with. And for you guys just to take a couple of minutes out of your busy schedules to hang out with us, it's really freaking cool to me. So thank you. I appreciate you. Let's go Big Blue.